Welcome to the Write Asylum with Kay Inley and Emily Walker. Emily Walker is not with us today, but we do have a special guest. Her name is J.A. Culican. Hello.
Hi.
J.A. Culican is the writer of Keeper of Dragons, The Prince Returns, which is doing very well on the YA Epic Fantasy bestseller charts. How are you doing today, J.A.?
I am doing good.
Should we call you J.A. or do you
can call me Jamie.
Oh,
yes.
Great. Hi, Jamie. I get that all the time, too. Should they call me K.N., Kenya,
Yeah.
Nicole? You can call me Kenya. We usually like to talk about what's going on in our writing lives. Right now, for me, this week is huge because I have a release coming out tomorrow for Lost in Laguna, which is my second contemporary romance. It's part of the Cara Rhoda Laguna Beach Kindle World, which is my first time doing something like this, and I'm very excited because it should be really fun. I really enjoyed writing this story. That comes out tomorrow. What about you, Jamie?
My debut novel came out 2 weeks ago. Keeper of Dragons is doing really well. I'm really excited about it. I'm currently writing book 2 in the series. I'm about halfway through, and I'm getting really super excited for that one to come out soon too. So.
That is exciting. How long does it normally take for you to write a book?
I usually write it within about a month, first draft anyways.
Yeah.
And then usually 2 rounds of editing.
Good.
Months, and we're good to go.
That's really good. So where are you from?
Right now I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
It's like 95 degrees outside. 7 o'clock, and it's still super hot outside. I was born and raised actually in Syracuse, New York.
Oh.
So I'm used to the cold weather.
Yeah. Is it a big difference? Is Syracuse cold right now too? Or is it hot right now?
They're having a wonderful summer. And it's perfect weather, like 75, 80 degrees.
Nice.
Boiling here.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here too. I think it was 97 today. It's just been hot and humid, and you don't want to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you write full-time, part-time? What is your other? I
write like part-time is what I call it. Mm-hmm. I'm a teacher during the school year. It's summer, so I'm on summer break right now. But I also have 4 kids, so I write usually when they're in bed at night.
I can relate. 6 to 12 is normally my writing hours.
Yeah, definitely. It's usually like 8 to 12 here.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to write The Keeper of Dragons?
It was actually my kids. Mm-hmm. This was a story that I just told my kids at night as a bedtime story. And my oldest was like, well, where's the book? I want to read the book. And I was like, well, there really isn't a book. I just sort of made it up. And so she is the one who really begged me to write it for her. So, okay.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. How about you tell our fans what your book is about?
It's about an 18-year-old boy named Cole who finds out that he was adopted and that his biological parents are dragons. And in turn, that means he's a dragon, and he never knew until he turned 18 when they came to take him home. And it's an adventure story where he turns out he's a prince, and he's also the keeper of dragons, which means he is in charge of protecting dragons and any other creature who is true. And it's just a fun adventure, and I hope everyone loves it.
It's a really good book and full of adventure and fantasy, and I'm sure everyone that picks it up that loves that kind of genre will love it. Mm-hmm. So your second one, do you have a title for it?
I don't yet.
Okay.
I'm going back and forth between the two different names, and I just have not decided on what I want to call it yet.
Oh, lovely. And so for your writing career, do you plan on sticking with YA?
Probably.
Yeah.
I can't see myself really leaving like the middle grade young adult genre.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, and I really think I'll probably stay in fantasy as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I enjoy.
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, YA is so much fun and it's so popular right now. And the thing is, like, even though it's supposedly young adult, like older women and men are reading it too. So it's a good genre to be in.
Yeah, I'm
So,
shocked by the amount of adults that are reading it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So has she read the book?
She has, and
Aww.
she liked it, which I was very excited for because she was the one I was the most worried about. 'Cause she had already heard the story too.
Yeah. Wow, so you told this to them like for bedtime.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Uh, My youngest is actually, her name is Eva, and that's another main character in the story.
Aw. That's awesome. So, besides your children, who was your greatest supporter?
Probably my husband, because he had to take over everything else while I was writing up in the attic or hiding away with the doors
Yeah.
locked. Yeah, he had to sort of take over day-to-day life.
That is very good support for 4 children. So, so the space you're in now, is that your normal writing space?
It is now. My husband actually built it for me because I was just taking
Wow.
over the kitchen. So yeah, he finished the attic for me, and it's so hot up here, but it's quiet.
That's awesome. It's good to have a separate space for your writing. Yeah.
Kind of hide away.
Yeah. Do you plot or do you just
I
focus?
just write.
Yeah.
Like I have the ideas in my head, and I just sort of go with it.
Good. Do
I've
you have,
tried plotting, and I never stick with it.
yeah, plotting is something it definitely has to grow on you if you're not that kind of person. Because I started off just, pantsing, total pantser. And just recently I started finding my comfort zone with plotting, and it really has helped me write a lot faster. But still, no matter how much I try to plan, the characters just take over. They do what they want.
I know.
So do you have any authors that inspired you growing up or today?
Probably the biggest one growing up would be J.K. Rowling.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that would be standing in line at midnight.
Aww.
Yes, through high school. And it was actually my husband. He'd be the one that drove me in high school. And we'd wait in line at midnight to get her new book.
That's awesome. Did you meet her?
I haven't.
Oh, man. That would be really nice. Maybe one day you guys will be at the same... Maybe she'll come to your movie premiere.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
That would be amazing. Have you ever thought about that? I'm sure you have. All of us do.
You know, my sister is an editor, and she's written scripts before. And so she has, laughed about it. And I was like, it'd be kind of so crazy to even think that way,
Have you ever thought about who you would like to play Cole and the other characters? Like which actors?
I like when they cast nobodies as the main character.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know who they are because then there's no preconceived image of who they should be playing.
Yeah.
I always like when they just pick brand new actors and actresses.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's good. It's having thought about this for many years. The actors that I thought about are way too old for these roles now. So I'm I just want the newest, freshest face.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good actor. So my next question. Sorry, I just drew a blank there. What is the hardest part about writing for you?
Time. Definitely time. There's so many distractions in life, and I just feel like some nights it'll be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm like, I just don't feel like going up there to write. I want to just sit on the couch and watch a movie, or, the kids want to go out and go see a movie or go out and play or something. And so it's definitely time.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And the easiest thing?
Quiet time. Getting away and just getting quiet for even if it's only for 20 minutes a day.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to relax and just write.
Do you have a writing ritual? or music you like to listen to, or?
Usually I'll play the same song if I do have music in the background, because that way I'm not concentrated on it, but it's background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that song?
It changes every day.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to, like, my last one would be Adele, her new song.
Oh,
Because it just sort of plays in the background and you don't really sort of hum around along with it, but you're not concentrated on it.
Yeah. I have a few playlists. I have a playlist for every book that I've written, and I put it on my YouTube channel. And I definitely always tend to, for my fantasy, I tend to gravitate toward, Scottish, bagpipes or Celtic music or Enya, those kind of things. They're just so perfect. Movie scores, those are really good. I have a friend that likes to write in complete silence, which I don't think I could do that. Like another ritual is to like light candles with scents to like kind of take you to, another place.
No, I'm not big with candles, but my husband actually always makes fun of me because I always have Oreos, and like not the regular Oreos. Like right now it's the lemon Oreos sitting on my desk. I don't know why, but I have Oreos while I write.
Never had those before. Yeah, that's good to have your snack. What's the most recent book you've read from someone else?
Trying to think. Oh, I did just read the Significant series, which was really, really good. I highly recommend that young adult series.
Who's that one by?
That's Shelley Crane.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the last series that I've read.
Oh, cool. Do you have any other recommendations of any, have you read any indie authors?
Amy Bartle does the Premonition series, which is really, really good.
Lovely.
There's so many.
I know, there's so many. And
I'm trying to pull them all out.
I love that as a new author, you're already so immersed in the writing community, which is so important. All the support and, the feedback and critiques. And, it's one of the best things that I feel like everyone should tap into.
Yeah.
That's my tip for the week.
Absolutely. The support has been wonderful. Because it could be the simplest and you think it's a stupid question, but you put it out there and, 20 other people had the same question. And the support has been wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah.
Will you ever try to find an agent and find a traditional publisher?
I thought about it, and I don't know. I kind of like the flexibility of being able to do things on my time schedule. And, you never know what's going to happen in life. So it's nice to be, okay, I have time right now to write, but I might not next week or next month. And I think I'll, at least for now, at least with little kids at home.
Yeah, it definitely has its perks to just, have the creative control and, you put in all the work, but you also reap all the rewards. So that's really nice. Do you ever get writer's block?
Yes.
You do?
It took me probably, from the time I finished the first book to start the second book, I would say it took me 3 weeks to actually sit down and write.
Yeah.
I just didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
Like I sat there, I'm like, I think I know what I want the story to be about, like where it should go in this book, and then I just sat there and stared at my screen. How do I start it?
Well, I'm really glad that you actually did. A lot of people want to write books, and they just don't know how to get over that first hurdle, just start, So definitely inspiration to a lot of aspiring authors out there. So do you think this would be like a trilogy or a chronicles for the Dragons?
I see it as 4 books.
Oh, good.
Actually, the reason I see 4 books is I have 4 kids. So I promised them that 1 book would be dedicated to each of them.
That is really sweet. That's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you could live anywhere in the world or another world, What would that be?
Well, I'd love to live in a fantasy world, but in the real world, just one place. Someplace relaxing,
Oh,
probably an island. I mean, I'd like to just go and visit a whole bunch of places. I
yeah.
would love the idea of being able to spend like a year in different places, like truly live there, not just visit.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
Like just visit all the different cultures and get to know different people. Like that would be wonderful.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Hopefully you get to do that one
Yeah, maybe
day.
one day.
Yeah. So when I mentioned other worlds, do you have a favorite, like, Middle Earth or Narnia,
Or Hogwarts,
Hogwarts? Yeah, that's a good one.
My 7-year-old is going to be devastated when she doesn't get her letter into Hogwarts. Like
Oh.
she is banking on going there.
You know what? Someone should totally do something like that, like some kind of like party, like for kids' birthday parties. Send them a letter.
The kids would love it.
Yeah. I bet you they have that already.
Probably.
Yeah. And if you can have any superpower, what would that be?
Probably to fly.
Yeah.
I think it would be so cool to be able to just fly above the clouds and like see everything and go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and I think it would definitely be to fly.
Yeah. Is that why you wrote about dragons?
I've just always liked dragons.
Yeah, dragons are fun.
I have a real good reason why. Maybe just because they're magical, and I don't know. I've just always been drawn to dragons.
Do you believe they were once real?
Absolutely.
Me too. I love to believe that. There's a documentary about they were real. We just killed them all. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. like all the dinosaur bones, dragon. Yeah, someone should prove that they're real and mermaids are real.
Yeah.
Okay, so we normally like to close out with some sort of writing, publishing, or marketing tip. Do you have something you'd like to share from your experience?
I guess I would say is get involved in the community, the author community, get to know the other authors. They've been such a huge support for me. And I talk to a whole bunch of them every day just about what they're doing, what I'm doing. I have writing buddies and we get together at the same time and write. Like they're just a great support system. So anyone who wants to become a writer, even on Facebook, there's so many Facebook groups for writers. Just get involved.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that one. That's kind of like our lives now is just, like writing and talking about writing with other writers.
True.
My tip for this week, when you're writing a story, this is something that I'm doing right now. I'm trying to write one book a month, and when I finish one book, I like to let it rest, put it away. Learned this from Stephen King when I was just learning about writing, and just put it away and let it rest and let it breathe so that when you return to it, you can just, self-edit, revise, and it's not so close to you where you actually can flesh it out and make it into a much better story when it's not so close to you. It's kind of hard right now when I have so many deadlines, but it's really nice when you can do that.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's my tip for the week, and we were so happy to have you in here today, Jamie. It's very nice to meet you. Did you have anything that you'd like to say to your fans?
A huge thank you. I mean, the support has just been wonderful. I've gotten so many messages from everyone. Everyone seems to really like the book, which is just fantastic to me because it started off as just a story for my kids, and now the feedback has been amazing. So definitely a huge thank you to my fans.
Oh, good. I'm sure they would love to hear that. And we are done for today. You can find Jamie on her website and her Facebook page, facebook.com/JA Culican. I will make sure I have all of the social media links on our website, thewriteasylum.com, and on YouTube. And we will see you guys next time.
Thanks. Bye.